We as the owners, the directors of the organization, the department, whatever it is, we have to be willing to change our schedule to meet the needs of our staff.
Yes,
so
there
to
we
speak.
go.
And that's all I'm really doing, right?
Mm-hmm,
And I don't have a staff per se, but I got kids, so that's the staff.
Welcome to the Business of Parenting podcast. Tune in as we discuss the principles of successful parenting as a business professional. Here's your host, Jason Harris.
As they get older, I think it's important that they do understand the value of that time. And it's like when we show them, ourselves, like what we do and how we execute our time. I think it's a great example of that. But this kind of goes in, this is a perfect segue kind of into our next topic, where we're talking about, slowing down to service kids as needed, and I say as needed, because I do feel like as, I don't know, maybe an industry or maybe just a society in general, we're told that as busy entrepreneurial parents that we need to slow down our business so that we can service our kids. I don't necessarily agree that I think that's the case, and I think slowing down to service kids as they needed. Each of my children are different, so sometimes I got to slow down a lot, other times I don't have to slow as much. But I'd love to get your thoughts.
Well, I'm gonna put a little twist on that. It's we hear about time management all the time,
yes.
and it's crazy. All the stuff you have out there, people have for their time management, right? They said, well, you should, like if you read the book, The 4-Hour Work Week, so this got some nice little tidbits in there, but so much of it is ridiculous. Like things like answer your emails only at this time of the day, and this time in the morning and this time in the afternoon. Yeah, good luck. You're going to lose tons of business if you do that, because 16 other people have emailed that customer, or especially for guys like you and me that are trying to win the business a lot of times, right? You waited, they've already signed with somebody. I mean, you can't, and if you're at a regular job and you tell your boss, hey, listen, I don't respond to emails from anyone in the company till after 4 every day. Good luck. You're going to be looking for a new job, right? So it's really what it comes down to. I always say time management is, I don't know what's important and valuable to you. What I can tell you is that schedule your time management, high value and low value. High value is activity that generates revenue. Low value is activity that doesn't. It doesn't mean it's less important. It's still very important, generating reports, whatever it is. And it's the same thing. So the kids aren't going to adapt. We have to adapt. So for example, in my life right now, what I'm finding happening is I'll do all the work I do during the day, and I focus on most of that being connecting with customers somehow, some shape, fashion, or way, right?
Sure.
And then what happens is then I'm doing more stuff with the kids. After like 3:30, it's more stuff with the kids every day. Sometimes after 4:30, right? Whatever that looks like. And when my mother-in-law's here, which is a lot of days, I can go up to 5 if I need to, right? So it depends on what's going on. But a lot of times after 3:30, I'm with the kids, hanging out, doing some stuff. Fine. Then what happens is bedtime starts at 7:30, ends about 8:30. I come downstairs, I fall asleep on the sofa. And because I don't mean to. I'm like, I got all this work to do, I'm gonna get it done. I don't. I fall asleep on the sofa. I wake up every now and then, but I don't have enough energy till about 12:30. Mm-hmm. I get up and I work on stuff till 2:30 in the morning. And that slot, I get a ton of stuff done, and that's all my low level or my low value activity rather.
Yes.
Because I'm not going to contact clients then, right? Nope. So I get all this report stuff, all this, whatever it is, I get a ton of it done then. I'm working on a kid's book right now, so I'll do editing then. I'll do, so whatever it is, that's when I do it. And then about 2:30, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go to bed. I go to bed and we start it over the next day. And these patterns change, right? Every now and then it changes up. But right now, that's where I'm at. That's the schedule. That's how it's going. And so we, again, if you parallel to business, we as the owners, the directors of the organization, the department, whatever it is, we have to be willing to change our schedule to meet the needs of our staff.
Yes,
so
there we go.
That's all I'm really doing, right? And I don't have a staff per se, but I got kids, so that's the staff.
Well, but it's true though. I mean, there's a reason why we're calling this business of parenting, because I honestly do believe that it's a business, and there's just so many facets to it that have to be managed like that.
Thanks for tuning in to the Business of Parenting podcast with your host, Jason Harris. Don't want to miss new content? Be sure to check out the full podcast library at strategywithjason.com to stay in the know. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Happy podcasting.